Good morning. Oh, yes, in English. I'm very happy to be back. So, welcome to Satsang. So, what is? Don't try to know what to know what it is. What is obvious when I don't try to possess it, to figure it out. And what is not obviously, but still here, when one listens to the mind. It is as simple. So maybe if there is an effort, it's just to know what is meant by mind. So whatever rises, whatever was not there before, and whatever disappears, this is the mind. Whatever you can describe, this is the mind. And the mind is not only the object of seeing or of experiences, it is a subject, it is I have an experience, I know this, I don't know that. So the rising I, and he rises when he gets a quality with it, is the mind. Yeah. Yeah.
I still have two questions about. I still have two questions about the loop that we spoke about.
The group?
Loop.
Loop.
For example, when you do the neti, and it sort of the whatever rises disappear. But
where are you left then?
I don't know.
There it's interesting. There it is essential. I don't know. The mind surrenders. I don't know. But you see, we think the emphasis is on neti, I don't, not this, not that, we do a good work. But in fact, it is not, the goal is not to continue that, it is to keep quiet where you are left. It's like, I hope I'm not misunderstood, but it's a self-obviousness. And the mind has to say, I don't know, of course. It disappears when he goes there. He doesn't know. So?
It looks, although I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's part of the loop, because then it's again...
No. When you say, I don't know, of course it's the mind who speaks. But why he can say so? He must have been somewhere where he has to say, I don't know. And generally that is the trouble. We take whatever is expressed, let it be in the form of an experience or in the form of idea or thought, for what is here. What is here is constantly expressing itself. But you see, we have to learn not to confuse expression for it. Once you know that, and whatever you can express is an expression of it. It's not it. Like if I speak to you even with great details of what is an ocean, you see, you know very well an ocean, or what it is and how it looks and all that. But it has nothing to do when you actually see or go into the ocean. It's like that. And when you see or go into the ocean, you don't even need to say what it is. Or if you say, you just know it's a thought.
I just don't understand why this netting needs to be repeated. So
it doesn't need nothing. Even who am I doesn't need. Once is enough. But in case you landed somewhere, of course, if you land somewhere again, if not you have, but I mean, you will ask this question. Who feels the absolute? Tell me now, for example.
who feels the absolute?
Yeah, you can have an experience of the absolute. So who feels the absolute? Shut up, keep quiet. Even though the mind may express, it will express spontaneously. That's sure. And that's why we think, oh no, the mind will keep quiet. No. It is that someone has no more that power that makes it quiet. But it goes on. The mind goes on. You see, the quiet mind is confused for what it is, from where it rises. Am I clear? What's your problem? Maybe you need a big stick, huh? Oh. What will happen if you make boo? You can't think for a while, so it must be that direction. The mind, you see, loves to attain something. Of course, I mean, in the world, that's the drive, to accomplish, to attain, to be successful with something. It's normal, that is the world. But Satsang doesn't speak of the world, it speaks of the real nature of from where it comes, for example, or what is reality, what is God, what is, who am I? So it is not, the answer will not be in the way the mind functions here. It will not. So, where are you now? You know the answer I like. What would be the answer I like to hear? Where are you now? Tell me, give me some pleasure. What you would answer? I don't know. I should not come, but you are protected. When you allow the mind to not to stick as usual to you, oh, I had a good word and it slipped. You know what? I remember what I said in the beginning. It is so true. So, what you search, what is, what you are, but no more as an individual, let's say, is here. But it's an indication. I don't speak of the geographical here, but it's here. Obviously here when you don't think. And when you think, it's here. But it's not obvious because we listen to the mind. When it's clear to you, and it's even more than clear, that's why maybe they say enlightened. When it's not English, but I will still say, instead of saying when it's clear, we'll say when it's enlightened to you, then it's that easy. It's obvious, you know. And once is enough. A split second is enough. No, now you may be still a lot in your mind, busy in your mind because of old habits and all that, but the question who am I will not rise. It's no more there. You know what's what, you know what's whatever rises, whatever you experience. You know the nature, of that. So there will be no search. If there is any apparent benefit in this life, I think it's really that, this search which has been driven because, or reason because of your anxiety, or deep anxiety, or feeling so unsatisfied all the time, even when you are so well and satisfied in the world, this sense of separation, all that is gone. Now it doesn't mean that your life will be like paradisiac, life is life. But it's amazing not to have that surge. So And that surge is easy to drop. But I cannot do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. It's the demand, it's the need to be freed that does it. Hmm? And the need to be freed includes not to hook at any concept. Yeah. This I didn't have in France, maybe. Good coffee. Yes, please.
When you say not to hook on any concept, do you mean like searching for that, or in life? Because in life life is full of concepts, right? And we must use them. So
Yeah, sure.
that is fine. So just
Of course, I mean, of course, you have a mind.
yeah.
It's a wonderful tool. You have been born in this life with a mind. It's a wonderful tool to live. Yeah, then what's the question?
No, actually,
Ah.
just that.
Yeah.
So concepts are fine in life, but of course that can't be grasped by any concept. So that's just what I wanted to
Yeah.
clarify.
Yeah. The mind can go in every realms, domains, subjects, except this one. Yeah. The mind is extraordinary in creativity, in expressing, in research, in findings. It makes you live. But here the question is, what's the mind? What is it? Who has got a mind? So it's really the root of the mind which is questioned. So he cannot enter here. He has to let it go, because the answer is when the question disappears, or where the questions could rise. Yes? Just a sec. Vitamin C. Yeah?
Do you feel that we can take that presence,
That we can take the present?
the presence, the pure experience, like the moment of oneness, that we can take that and into our transformation, and let it...
I don't believe in transformation. I don't believe in the experience of oneness as reality, so I don't believe in all that. I'm sorry.
So maybe it is what you've been talking about, like the moment where you surrender to the moment, and
The
your
moment
mind-
you surrender is so like a flash
yeah,
that
the moment when you are in the ocean and nothing else matters. That moment.
you are in the ocean. Then a question can rise there.
No question. The moment when no question rises, when you're just there.
Okay. So what's the question? Tell me
That
now.
moment that there's the flash, the split second. If you have that again and again and again, does that change slowly your pattern? Is that able to change your life
Look,
pattern?
if you ask me, no.
And
You are always the same bastard as before. But you have no surge. What a liberation! And then you feel so grateful. What to do?
That's the answer.
No, there is no law. Some exceptions are there, maybe some will be a bit different and so on, but it's not a law. I mean, that is in the destiny of everyone as an individual. That's why I don't believe, you see, in the practice of transformation. Because then it's like you polish the tiles so that the tile is transparent, the ego gets transparent, then there is no more ego. It's not in this realm that it happens. That's why I say you need a boom, or whatever it happens. I always have been that where I was to spend all my life searching. Then you realize it's in your mind. Otherwise, so it will not be the result. It cannot be, you see, the result of. Otherwise, it is conditional. It means it was not there before. Suddenly it appears. You can have experiences like this, of course, but those experiences will fade away, and then what? You will search to go back to the same experience because it looked true. So it's all about someone then. Here it's not personal. Huh? From here, all the persons rise, are born, they live and die or disappear. Yeah. No, there is no doubt, and it was the same for me. But it's not a law again. There are exceptions. When you search, you make your journey. You cannot do otherwise than to have experiences and to still believe in something or whatever which makes you move like the golden carrot of enlightenment. You cannot do because the mind is still so powerful and you don't see it. So you see it for, let's say, even 99% of the domain of the mind, but you don't see all. Maybe you don't include I. But it's to hear at some point, even if you needed 1 week, or you needed 10 years, or you needed 99 years, it is to hear this. Keep quiet. It will never be your possession. It will never be your attainment. Keep quiet. You know? So that's sudden. Surely that is sudden. And it doesn't take time. So it can happen just now. Just now. For everybody. You don't need to be worthy, you don't need to be matured, you don't need to what? To whatever. Every beings come from the same.
When you speak, there come responses in my mind.
What was in your mind?
When you speak, often it brings up many, and there's something that knows not to listen to that, but it sort of creates a distance between something not to go to, and it is still some.
Where are you?
I don't know, but I would so much like to have all this to. It's
But
such a
even
busyness.
it's because you think there is still something there. Because where are you? If you are just yourself, then you don't mind if this is going on. Why should you mind that this is going on if it is not substantial and not, you know, that it's not who you are? You utilize this when you, after satsang, to make chai, to whatever, make shopping, to live. But we are here. It's an extraordinary phenomenon, this satsang. Like anywhere you can steal that moment, but let's say we are here exactly not to be concerned by how the mind appears. The mind will never tell you who you are. It can even tell, I know the truth. It's not true. We have this painter in Belgium. He made an extraordinary realistic pipe. And he says, pipe in pip? Yeah. And he says, this is not a pipe. he had a glimpse, the guy. In expressions, it's like everything is that, and nothing is that. So this the mind cannot make it out. I will never believe that the mind can make this out. So what? So don't be concerned. Here, still a moment, not to be concerned by what your mind says. And don't have that concept, oh, I would like this doesn't happen again. It's not like that. This is the creativity of what you are. So
When you say to not be concerned about what is coming up in the mind,
Tell me.
I see what is coming up, but
Then keep quiet from where you see. Don't go further. Keep quiet. So don't go further about what it's seen. Keep quiet from where you see. You are the seer. You are the seer. I am that. The rest is not in your hand.
happens the same. For example, now I see that comes the thought, I don't know what that means, and yet I know I should not. So it's...
But you should not, then keep quiet. Yes, you should not. For a split second, you should not. Yeah, okay. Do it then. Maybe you will not speak like you speak now, if you really do it. Don't be concerned by what's coming out for a split second. Yeah.
I would like to ask you something. You said like you were kind of rejecting transformation. And at the same time when we meet, when I see you in stillness or from stillness, I have a sense that you have been transformed, something like you really
but it was not a result of transformations. That I
But
tell
what
you.
is it a result, if not transformation?
I exactly don't know what it is. But don't forget you project things on me too.
No.
But
it
I'm
was
very
my
happy.
concept.
I'm very happy that I am so quiet.
No, but I trust what I'm seeing in you. And it's not a concept, I'm not making a story out of it.
Okay, but my dear, it's your own. It's your own. What you see in me, in case you project that, it's your own. You are like this too. You are.
Yeah, but there's something happening if I am that, and if you are that too.
Okay?
Or the other way around, if stillness meets stillness, there's some kind of there's something happening. No? So I can differentiate between when I'm still and I see somebody who's in the mind. You know?
But you know, the difference between you and me is not in what is. It's I don't listen to my mind regarding the subject, and you listen to your mind regarding the subject. It's only that which differs.
That has transformed you.
But I said myself, the search will not be there. All the questions will not be there. Not that I have an answer, but I don't care anymore because I have seen the nature of it. And you can see it too. It's given to everybody. In that way, sure, I am quiet.
Is there like a different depth of stillness?
No,
No.
because it is not a state acquired, you see. It's obviously alive when you don't listen to your mind. And it is still, maybe not obvious, but it's still here when you listen to your mind. I come to that. So there is no depth. Now, in the way to express, there may be changes. There may be changes. Not about the direction, but about the way to say. But that is in the mind. Or you can say it is so deep that nothing can catch it, something, if you like the depth. But it's not deeper and deeper. Oh, I was in, let's say in my story, in 97, and now, how many years back? Somebody who can count? 30 years after, I'm much deeper. No, that is absurd. It's not like that. It's a question of making it alive. And that's always here, always available when you don't listen to your mind. That's the beauty of real satsang, you see. Alive. You don't have to go to memory, to the memory to speak. Yeah. It's a luck because I have not that talent to have a good memory.
How would you say how to differentiate when the switch happens from, because we now talked about two qualities of the mind, the one where first you dip into the what isness and
First what?
you dip into, or you go to the what isness and you are dropping and you're not listening to the mind, as the chatter. And then something arises into your mind.
And why do you listen to your mind then?
It's, like for me, it's finding this different quality of wanting to use my mind to create in my life. Like
it will be done naturally, don't worry. Don't worry, there is a huge intelligence.
Yes, yes.
Don't worry. Ooh.
So it's just the feeling switches. Because the problem is, if you keep listening to the spiritual teachers and everybody goes on and on and on and on about how difficult, how terrible the mind is, and then where do you come back to trusting a voice inside you rather than just always shooting everything down? Because there is also, like you say, this is available to us, and there can be something coming to us in the form of a thought, so then we can also move on and create.
I really don't understand. But it's...
Yeah.
No, I try to understand you.
Yeah.
What's really the difficulty? Tell me again, please. Your difficulty.
So I've been spending now a lot of time just practicing to drop everything, to be in the I don't know so much.
Okay, to drop. Okay, to drop thoughts.
Yeah, and just keep spending more time there.
Okay.
Because I also agree that's...
But then, can I ask you, did you ever ask, who am I? Who is dropping?
No, I just did it.
The essential.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all what you did is maybe to come to this.
Mm-hmm.
Let it make it short. Ask who drops and don't land on any answer. That will be the answer. Do it now. Do it now, because I can see. Okay, you can tell me something. Do it now. Don't think of it. Just do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess what happened is that obviously something always does come back up.
Yeah,
And then,
but it doesn't matter. It will be presented to you.
yeah,
Answers will be don't go there.
yeah.
Don't go
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
For once.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of sometimes, I don't know, I feel like too empty. Like I've been growing up. No, you know what I mean? Like I've been growing up with spirituality because my parents got into it. So I had this constant, no mind, no personality, no nothing. I don't have any. So now I feel like our generation needs the other way around. Like how do we actually access our ego or personality to be able to do something, not just feel like a blob?
Don't you think it has been done so much already that even your parents were born?
Yeah. But yeah, it was more, the question was more about how to, but it's just
Not
practice.
how. Now you ask who. How is over. You worked on that. Who does? Who has the how?
Okay.
Who obeys the how?
Okay, I like that, yeah.
Once.
Yeah, because then that removes me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I want something to flow through me. I don't want to not be connected to anything. I want to have something flow through me. And
Don't
that's
have an
just the
idea
right-
of what it is. Please, just plunge in what is natural,
Yeah,
and for the rest, don't worry. Your life will splendidly go on. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, if I just keep putting a focus on that.
keep focus. I tell you now what keep focus. You cannot keep focus in time. That's what I tried to say. It's just now. You still a moment now. Whenever you have this urge, we have to. It's enough now. It's now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a positive choice.
Don't go in your mind. The mind comments endlessly, eternally. It will still go on when you are dead. And that's how you come back, because you have not finished to comment.
If it feels good, I love it. Maybe that's what I
Hey, on est reparti là. Yes, yes. Oh, we still have plenty. So, if you want to hear anything from your side or from my side, please don't keep anything in drawers, because then it will reappear again. It was in the plane and got cold. Like hamsters, huh? Anything you like, you love from Ramana or Papaji, you can tell me. We'll enjoy together. Or from yourself. No difference. Huh? Yeah? No. So,
Hold on. Before you mentioned something about transparent ego.
transparent ego, it doesn't exist. Huh? It still shits and all that. How can it be transparent? Okay.
It doesn't exist.
It's an idea, an experience for a while.
So the ego never disappears, you say?
Sorry?
So the ego is always there, the ego never disappears, you say?
Where is the ego?
Well, that's-
Only if you believe in it, it's there.
Okay.
We speak of what you really are. That will never be objectified. It always expresses itself. It always shows an aspect of itself. But it's like, you have an elephant and then there is a curtain. And then you are on the other side and you'd see by a little hole, oh! And you describe a hair of the tail and say, that's it, that's it. Satsang is to try to see that I'm not only a so-called person, even though it appears all the time. You wanted to say something.
I just wanted to ask, because what I got through Satsang is so precious, and yeah, I have my dear friend, I see her suffering so much, because really like life with a lot of struggles, with little child and stuff like this. And of course there's like desire like to somehow help her, like, but I don't know if I should like follow it and try
Listen. If she asks, respond. Otherwise, keep quite near her. I think it's the best influence you can have. Imagine, I take the classic symbol of a liberated one, Ramana. What did it? Walking, a little going to kitchen and sitting, quiet. The world came to him. Still goes. Better than any teaching, huh?
Because like she does ask, and she when we talk about what I like find, she says like it's just it's so amazing for her, but she has such a busy life with medical procedures around her kid and stuff like this, that it's so like she can't get out of her mind at all, because it's so.
You can always steal a fraction of a second. Always. And circumstances of life can change too. It's never ever.
You said that over time, you spoke about arrival. And I wanted to ask you if you can say a little bit more. Like you said, you dropped the search, and then there was some kind of arrival, being settled.
Well, I would not speak like that, you know. I would not express like that.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't arrive anywhere finally. It was always there, I didn't see it.
Can you say it again?
I didn't arrive anywhere.
Oh, okay.
To suddenly be struck, but it can be quietly, and don't make an image now, it has to be like, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, you just see, oh my goodness, that I was searching. All this vocabulary, all these sentences are not there, but I translate now. All what I'm searching was always there, will always be, is here, where I was in my mind. Only because I was in my mind, I was searching. So I didn't arrive anywhere. It's when exactly I dropped the whole thing, the whole phantasmagory that the mind makes out of enlightenment. That I kept quiet, but it was no more I agree, but I mean, it's a way to speak. Huh?
It sounds like the moment that happened, the dropping the search, was seeing the stupidness.
You know, it happens differently for everybody, how it happens. And anyway, you also see it's not a happening. In the story of someone, in the story of a life, yes, there is a kind of happening. I can even myself say, when Papaji left the body, it happened to me on my bed in Brussels. And I can say even the hour and all that. I remember very well. But that's in the story. But what I saw because of that happening was exactly that nothing ever happens. It's crazy enough. But that's why one cannot understand with the mind. It is always there. That's why I say it is available every moment. It's alive every moment. And this is expressed in terms of time. So there is no possibility to speak otherwise. So. Otherwise we are in our mind. Because the life is in the mind. The world of appearance, the world of birth, personal life and death is in the appearance, in the mind. When I say mind, I include the body and the emotions. So,
is there a point of decision or choice?
You know, it's like when you are extremely thirsty. Will you say it's a decision or choice? No, you just go to drink. You just go to drink.
So I'm willing to make it not more complex.
Sorry?
So I'm willing to not make it more complex than that.
Surely not, yeah, sure. But you you put your even an inch of your finger in the mind, that it's quick, huh?
Very quick. So it's full of impulses.
And it doesn't matter, but to see that, to be liberated from that hypnotism, give to yourself whenever a fraction of a second, not to have this urge to put your finger. I want to figure it out. I am free. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't touch. Fraction of a second. If you believe I am free, I tell you, at some point, an hour later, a week later, 10 years later, you will say, I lost it, shit, I lost it. So, be vigilant. Because you land then on a thought. Even if the thought is somehow true, but what is expressed is not it. You cannot land on a thought because a thought is the opposite free. Why you say free? Opposite of not free, and then boom, again. Liberate yourself from the tyranny of the mind. I don't say liberate yourself from the mind. that will always reappear from the tyranny of the mind. Yeah.
Earlier you used the words that the mind is a great tool.
Yeah.
It's a tool we're given.
Mm.
So if we free ourselves from the tyranny of the mind, how do we then use the mind? as
Not
an
grasping
instrument?
that question. Not grasping ever that question. Yes. Behind.
Yeah, I want to ask what to do with that really strong calling. If there's a really strong calling for something, a really strong feeling of like longing for something that's very, very intense and
Yeah, but it is something in the world or something you don't know? It's to catch a beloved, for example, who is always not there, or is it... No, but I need to know. You don't need to name if you are discreet, but what is the object of your longing?
it's a it's like a to come together and find deeper connection to the earth and to.
So it's a preoccupation in the world. I understand. It is very honorable, but it's a subject in the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, at least be clear about that, because I don't speak about all the ideals and the beautiful wishes and actions in the world. Everybody has his destiny for that. I speak about who am I in fact? So who is caring for the hurt? Now, for that you have to forget the hurt. And maybe your destiny is anyway being freed from the tyranny of the mind to take care of the hurt. Otherwise, I cannot give you any clue, because I know less than people who are in the same wish. So I care very much, but not in a big scale. Okay? Am I clear?
Yeah, I think I also want to bring up it's the past month. It's been maybe something that's been defined clearer and clearer from time to time, and it feels like that. It feels like a companion, like that longing and the feeling. It feels like a companion that I'm like walking with, or that's like.
Yeah, but you speak of the life. It's honorable. But it's not my subject, my dear. There are people here, I'm sure, they work in that. They can help much better. I am not better than anyone. I can just speak something which from where this life arises or where this life disappears. So I cannot help you in the life.
I just wonder how I can maybe like when I feel connected to my essence, like when I'm dancing or like being around people that are all in this place, or where it's easy to cultivate that. I feel so much, like I can feel it so much.
Okay, but then I suggest, have a direction, have some meditation, some quiet space in you, and then from there you act. What can I say? This in the life anyway is always good.
And what if, like, back home, in Germany, where I live, if it feels very, like much harder to get to that place.
A meditative time, you can do it in your room and forget that you are in Germany.
Yeah, but then when I go up, that's a problem. I can very well, I can go to that place easily if I'm in my room and locked in my room and I have my sacred space and do all that. But then, like, when I open the door and I go outside of my room and I go like into the society, how do I then stay connected with that?
Stay yourself. You don't need to be connected then, because everything is that. I wish you the best anyway. I wish you the best. Maybe you will find a way. Yeah.
So we could ask something about Sri Ramana Maharshi or Babaji. So one thing that Sri Ramana Maharshi said is the seat of the self is in the heart. So focus on the heart. But I know it's not in a place, but something comes to stillness there.
Oh, here I cannot comment. It's beautiful as it is. But it's good to say, it's of course not the emotional heart, it's not located, yeah. But it's not in my toe, that's sure. It's not the direction of my toe or there. Very nice.
Because sometimes when just dropping the mind is still like, okay, my attention is still dispersed, but in the heart it can sink a little deeper.
Yeah, but don't think that you are ever lost even when you are in your mind.
These days I'm very busy, so I have to talk with many people and arrange things, and it's very helpful just to observe and find this place of silence. But sometimes after a while doing a lot of things, the mind keeps on rolling a little.
Yeah, you are a bit troubled with that because you still keep the observer. There is an observer too much in silence.
So no identification with that. So even to identify with observers.
You cannot speak more. There is an observer too much in silence.
Then, like, when the mind keeps on grabbing things that have been seen in the world or need to be arranged or whatever, like,
is there a problem?
in this not, but sometimes the mind wants to look in it again or something, you know.
But the mind is meant to be identified and not identified in this world. Why always the spiritual people, they want to live an unidentified life? Impossible! Utopia! A concept. No, you are. The rest flows by itself and you have no concern. Even though you decide, you don't decide and all that, but in fact, if it has to be like this, it will be like this. It's not your concern, it is expression of that. It's perfect. There is no two. It's not said in duality that suddenly it will become no two. No. From where it is seen. You go back to the observer, that's why you have those questions. I said there is an observer too much. Somebody? Something more? Yeah.
Is it possible that at some places on the world it's easier to drop everything than at other places? Or would you say
it's always a blessing to, if you need a support who doesn't give you a concept. That's the place. Thank you very much.